today we're going to be doing a stock picking challenge. Rule 1, I can use anything I want to help me decide on the stocks that I'm going to be picking. So I can use any website, I can use anyone's help. I can basically do whatever I want to try and choose the best stocks. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try and build 3 different portfolios. So there's going to be one portfolio that's like super boring, super highly diversified, not necessarily beat the market, but just think kind of smart investment principles. The second one is going to be researching every single company. This doesn't necessarily have to be diversified. There's a company that I think is going to do really well. Then maybe I'll put all of the money into that. The third one is somewhat random. Goal of all of these portfolios is to do well. So like I don't want to specifically lose money or go out of my way to try and lose money. So that's what we're going to do. Before getting into this, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment. Hopefully you find it interesting or entertaining, and I will be trying to update it. I'm also going to make like a Google spreadsheet once all the stocks have been chosen, and you can check out the spreadsheet once that is built, and I'll leave a link in the video description or in the stream description. Okay, 3 portfolios. They're each going to have $100,000 in them. This is fake money, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that. I don't have $300,000 to do on a like stock picking game, so we're not gonna be doing that. Diversified, simple, researched picks, random picks. Okay, cool. We're getting there. Okay, now that we've got this, so you want to look at the like world's GDP of every nation and then kind of base the portfolio on that. I don't really see any reason to be in bonds. Like right now, bonds don't really pay much. Like they will probably lower returns. Like they don't really grow much. They are safe. We have a lot of time. I'm assuming that like we're doing this for the next, like we're trying to invest for like 40 years. So doesn't really make a ton of sense to do bonds. Like I'm not planning to sell this portfolio next year or anything like that. So might want to mix in some smaller cap because a lot of the time those don't get factored in. Really, like to get the best returns, you probably do want to be in equities. I was thinking like maybe some gold or something, but gold has been doing really well recently, and I don't know how much longer that's going to go on. Like gold is kind of an unpredictable return cycle. And do a bit of Europe. You know what? There probably is like just like a single stock you can buy. Total world stock ETF. Number of stocks, almost 10,000 is pretty good. PE ratio of 21 is like conservative. Okay, so emerging markets is 10%, Europe is 15%, Asia Pacific 10%, Middle East 0.2%. Probably a smart bet, but unstable over there. North America 65% seems kind of high to me. Nvidia's 3% of the fund. Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. That's a lot in these companies. I think I'm gonna like individually invest in that at like a lower rate than 65, and then I'm gonna do international ex-US. Emerging markets 20, Europe 40, Pacific 25, Tencent, Alibaba, Nestle, Novo Nordisk. Not been doing great recently. Funny how everyone's like, oh, past performance is not a predictor of future results. What's the first thing you do when you're researching? You look at past performance. This is where like some of the risk comes in, but you could also do this just like based on the total productivity of certain segments of the global economy, how much GDP a segment of the global economy produces, how much segment of the global economy do cars produce, how much segment of the global economy is energy and oil extraction and AI and technology. Theoretically is not a terrible way to do it, but I'm going to go just like the maximum simple route, the simpleton route. Buying a commodity is really just speculating on the price change of a commodity, not necessarily generating any GDP or value just by purchasing the commodity. You're just hoping for the price to go up. So I don't know if that's a good thing, but with companies, they can control costs and they can do a lot. So I think that makes more sense to me that you would want to invest in that. This one I'm going to do on my other portfolio. Okay, let's finish this one up. I'm just going to dump the rest of the money into into these two because that just makes the most sense to me. So this one is going to go up to 40. This one's going to go up to 60. So that's that. That is my well-diversified portfolio. Okay, so this one's going to be fun. I'm of the belief that this stock should not be as high as it is. Maybe that's a silly belief. Okay, this is problematic because I don't want to be updating this. So what I'm going to say is I can update it once a year, can rebalance or change it one time per year. Tesla goes down to where I want it to go. And then I only made $4,500, but it would need to go lower. So if it goes even lower, I would still lose money. So if I'm betting that the stock is going to go down, maybe I should just short it normally. Do I think this time next year Tesla's stock price will be lower? Honestly, who knows? Well, that was kind of a fun waste of time. I think we are not investing in Tesla anymore. I really do think that technology is like super overblown, but I can see a world where it continues to be the dominant thing. I mean, it will continue to be the dominant thing in this AI boom. You invest in like energy, because we're gonna need a lot of it, and like we're gonna need nuclear plants, so maybe you invest in uranium, because I think the world is going nuclear energy. The issue with uranium, it's likely, like it is a commodity, right? So all you need to do is mine more of it. I guess if more people are using it, but the way commodities work generally is like if there's more demand for it, the price initially will go up, and then when the price goes up, more people will start mining it, and then it'll bring the price back down. Global nuclear programs, projected nuclear power capacity and related uranium requirements. The thing is, I thought they learned that like some uranium can be reused in some form of nuclear reactor. Primary sources of supply, Kazakhstan 43%, Canada 15%. Apart from Canada, all other countries' nuclear power make use of imported uranium. Secondary sources, Kazakhstan is the world's supply. So we haven't really been hitting requirements. Secondary world annual uranium production requirements. Oh wow, we were really mining that. It was like after the Cold War. I guess we were mining it during the Cold War a lot, but we weren't using it for energy. And then it kind of dropped off a bit after a couple of nuclear things. We got our first purchase, uranium. I do seriously think that the world will go towards uranium. Again, this one is like me. I could be completely wrong. I'm just like picking stocks for fun here. It's so hard to say like what's going to happen in a year. I do think AI is going to do pretty well. It's just concerning to look at this and think that it will continue. I am like scared of Nvidia stock. Like gold is good if you're worried there's going to be like hyperinflation and like printing all this money. Surprisingly, the tariffs are supposed to make inflation happen, but surprisingly they haven't. I think maybe it just hasn't like shown up in the data yet. It could just be that people do not have as much money because of the like economic conditions being poor. I think gold's run here is like pretty much peaking. Why is copper getting absolutely deuced? Because copper, under proclamation on Wednesday that imposed 50% tariffs. The drop could be an overreaction of the tariff news. It dropped because the tariffs won't be applied as broadly as feared. Copper input and scrap will be excluded. Tariffs on imports of semi-finished copper products, including copper ore, concentrate, alloy, will take effect. Threatened a copper tariff. Copper futures went up. So basically, this is a taco trade. Well, I don't think copper is like that interesting to me. You know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna buy a triple leveraged NASDAQ, the tech ETF. Yeah. All right, let's buy $10,000 of TQQQ instead of Nvidia. That's that. All right, so far we got uranium and triple leveraged NASDAQ. Good start. I just hate picking companies. Like, how am I supposed to know if they're gonna do well? Okay, if we're going into like rough financial time, I don't feel so great about buy now, pay later stuff. Like they're gonna start losing a lot of money, people not being able to pay. Half of US adults experience financial difficulties, overspending or missing a payment, falling behind on buy now, pay later payments. Klarna customers are having trouble. Okay, let's see Klarna. Klarna stock. Oh, is it private? This, like no price movement, it doesn't make me want to bet for or against it, so. Nancy Pelosi stock tracker. Broadcom. Why? What the fuck? Oh my god. Like there's that one company earlier This one, Tempest AI. 50 call options. Oh my god, Palantir is going crazy. It's 500 billion. Aren't they just buying, like, don't they just doing government contracts? What's their PE ratio? 600? Oh my god. How is it still going up? Patient care and drug discovery, genomic testing, data analytics, AI tools for physicians. Oh, you know when SoftBank is involved that you want to be involved. Yeah, TLDR, Pelosi bought it. Is that a good enough reason to buy it? Yeah, why not? 69, 64. I really want to like short Palantir and Tesla, but the US just printed a whole bunch of money and that's all going to go into assets. So I feel like betting against the market right now is a bad idea. Like, where else is all this money going to go other than assets? They do patents and buy other companies, basically. And they own VMware. I am worried about how ChatGPT, like the launch of its new thing was not super cool. How has it gone up that much since the start of the trade war? That makes 50%. God damn. Like, I don't want to buy an airline when I can buy a tech company, you know? We're just going to load up on some tech companies as our diversification. Because I think Google is being undersold a bit on this. I think they have a lot of power, and I'm going to buy Google instead. We have Uranium, triple leverage NASDAQ, which actually kind of covers AI. I have more AI, more AI, more AI. Man, my brain is just in AI. How about sports betting? That's going to keep getting bigger, right? Until people run out of money. EPS miss for one of the most profitable recent gambling companies is problematic. Walmart, because during times of trouble, people still gotta eat. Dollar Tree stock. Yeah, that's doing pretty well. Oh, damn, they tanked earlier, though. I think Dollar Tree has a good shot during our times of trouble. So we're gonna buy Dollar Tree. I'm not buying these. Costco stock is like steady uptrend, barely beating earnings per share. But they are beating it. Walmart's not. We're just gonna do Costco instead of Walmart. I wanna do like sports. Really, Rogers for sports? Oh, Rogers did buy the NHL. That's like super local bias, and it should already be priced in. You can buy Madison Square Garden. Rogers I like because I also have like the telecom, but they also got like some big deal with like the NHL recently. Still beating earnings per share, surprisingly. They do have concentration of power in Canada. Like, I'd buy like the NHL if it was publicly traded, or fucking NBA or something. I don't see them underperforming. I just don't see them outperforming either. I'm also just like a little bit bored of trying to find the stock, so I'm just going to pick Rogers. You know what? I'm going to buy Google specifically just because of YouTube. I think YouTube's going to keep growing. And Google always is like undervalued in my opinion. Really doesn't want to go lower than that. Losing money. Okay. But that just happened, so... alright. Well, let's do it. I don't know. I'm willing to gamble on Intel, maybe doing something cool. Longer term view on Intel. Real estate, investment, trust, logistics, and real estate. Shopping centers and restaurants. Ooh. Digital infrastructure. Ooh, self-storage does go hard. I guess this would also be like kind of a discretionary thing. I could see that not maybe being a great idea. Commercial real estate. It's a bit of a yikes. This one's probably been beaten down. I mean, these don't move much and they have a good dividend. I do like the dividend on this one. I don't know how much worse commercial real estate's going to get in the US. All right, let's buy this. $263. Sick. Okay. And then we can just do this. So we finally made it to the random picks section. Random stock picker. Sure. Let's just do this. So that's one. Let's move this over here. VPG. I don't know what that is. This one. Kit. Would've. EOC. Now I'm expecting this one to do the worst because smaller cap companies are kind of getting crushed right now. So one more. Home. I genuinely don't know what the name of any of these are. Let's look up what these are. Steris PLC. Healthcare Applied Sterilization Technology. Vishay Precision Group. In precision measurement and sensing technologies, sensors, weights, measurements. I guess I bought a Singapore ETF. Cool. Small cap IT. Okay. Well, it's flat since 2021. If you're investing in IT, I don't know if small cap's the way to do it, but ooh, robotics. Penny stock robotics. Oh, golly. That is, that $10,000 is going to be lit right on fire. I'm going to change it because that's just like, that's too much risk. It's not, I don't think it's fair to keep that in there. Like I wanted larger cap companies. That's like one of my criteria. Okay, what does EVN do? Municipal Income Trust. Where's the dividend? 5%. Ah, okay. Fine. I guess that's okay. Global Dividend ETF. This is surprisingly diversified. It's just like the individual stocks are the problem because they could really help or tank. Oof, I don't like that. That SPAC IPO chart looking ass. 200% this year though. Oh my god, it's a penny stock though. EPS minus $4 a share. Oh my god. I guess that's fine. It's not technically a penny stock. It just might be a penny stock in the future. Invesco Bullet Shares. Corporate Bond ETF. I don't know about corporate bonds right now, man. I do like this though. This is like teaching me some interesting stuff. CHS Inc. Farm Products Consume Integrated Agricultural Company. Medium high sulfur crude oil into refined petroleum products. Okay, so they refine petroleum. They have a 7% dividend and they're not doing so hot. I guess we'll keep it. Home Bank Shares Inc. Conway AR, Arkansas. $6 billion company. There's a bank holding company for Centennial Bank that provides commercial retail banking. Okay, so it's a bank. 3% dividend. Okay. We'll leave it at that and we'll see what happens. Here are the three portfolios. First one that I'm calling the well-diversified portfolio is literally just the S&P and the world at a 60-40. And then we have my chosen picks. To be fair, some of them I didn't choose that like in detail. Stock picking sucks. I don't think anyone should do it. I chose uranium because I feel like nuclear is the future. I got triple leveraged NASDAQ because AI. I got more AI because Nancy Pelosi bought it. I got Dollar Tree and Costco. These are probably still going to do well as people start to run out of money a bit. Chose Rogers. They're doing a lot of sports deals and I wanted to do something sports related. So I figured Rogers. Google and Intel. Intel is a value play. These are both value plays. I think Google's undervalued with AI. And I think Intel will make a comeback, probably not next year, but in a couple of years. These are two real estate companies. This is a commercial real estate trust. This is a data center real estate trust. So we'll see how those do. I figured this is also AI. So my personal picks are leveraged heavily in nuclear energy and AI and tech. I don't think this is going to perform very well. Diversified is going to perform better than my researched picks. Random picks, I literally threw it into this random generator and I said, give me a stock, and it did. Just went through what all of these are. All right, everyone, that about does it for the stock challenge stream and the different stock portfolios. Hopefully you found it kind of interesting. I'm going to do my best to keep you guys updated on how it's going, and you can always check it out in the video description. Thanks for watching. I guess we'll see what happens, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.